It is the first week of classes here at BU, and today is Wednesday, which is my first day of the marine semester. And it'll definitely be very interesting seeing how this is going to work out, given, the current state of the world and that there's a pandemic going on. And I'll be honest, like the amount of cases at Boston University is rising every day. Not as much as like these other schools that are having like hundreds of cases, but we have a handful of cases. But anyway, I'm in the marine semester, so today is my first day of orientation, and it's really sad actually, or like not sad, but it's just a little like disappointing. And I'm lucky because I've done the marine semester before, so I'm okay if these classes aren't as fun and exciting as they used to be. But it's for everyone's safety, so I guess that's fine. It's usually fun and in person, and you can see all your friends again. You get to go swimming in the first half of the day, so it's like a pretty cool first day of classes. And now it's like Zoom University, Zoom meetings all day long, so that is going to be my day. I think I'm going to struggle to make this video visually interesting because I don't know how you make online classes interesting. But so today is going to basically be Zoom and then a break for lunch and then Zoom until the end of the day. And then tomorrow is actually my first day of field work, so that should be more interesting and more exciting. But we'll see how it all works out with like social distancing and people wearing their PPE and like also being able to get the work done while not touching anyone or being anywhere close to anyone. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I mean, this is literally such a crazy experience because no one has any training in this. Nobody knows how to make this work. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And that's just kind of it. And obviously a lot of people have a lot riding on the fact that it will work, or like riding on the hope that it'll work and that we can stay at BU and people won't have to go through the hassle of packing their stuff up and moving out weeks after getting here, if it even takes weeks. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to do our best and see what happens. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if any of you have the Peloton like workout streaming service, I definitely recommend yoga classes with Chelsea Jackson Roberts. She's my favorite one that I've done them with. And yesterday I did this one, the 30-minute breathe in, speak up, slow flow. And this was like such a good one. Like this one was really good. She talks about like Chadwick Boseman in it. So I definitely recommend to look for this one. So I just did a yoga workout, like I said, and I've been trying to get back into fitness. At the beginning of the year, I was like really into running and working out and stuff like that. And then, quarantine happened and coronavirus happened, and I basically sat around and did nothing for like 4 months. So I'm trying to get back into it. I really enjoy yoga. It's kind of a gloomy day outside. I was gonna go for a run, but we'll see if it like starts to rain. I know that's just an excuse. You can totally run in rain, but I'm not going to. And yeah, so my class starts at 9:30, and it's like so weird not having to like plan out how long it's gonna take you to get to whatever part of campus your class is on. You literally just sit around until it's time to click the Zoom link. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do, and then class will start and we'll see how it goes.
And the best way to do this, folks, I've realized, is doing it in the field. Lectures are fine, and we'll do some of those, but most of the content of this course will be material that you learn out in the field by doing. as well as some lab analyses. There's about 10 different field trips that we've scheduled for this course, so you'll be spending a lot of time in the field, 2 or 3 days in the field on a weekly basis.
Collection, maintenance, storage, analysis, output, and distribution of spatial data information. So not only are you mapping things, but you're really creating information in order to answer questions and make decisions.
It is now like 6:15 and I am making dinner for myself, and it's also going to be lunch for my field work tomorrow. And so I wanted to get better at doing this because I was kind of really bad at it last year, but like preparing my lunch and snacks for my field work days before they actually happen, because there's nothing worse than like having to wake up at like 4 in the morning and then realize that you don't have your lunch like for the day ready to go, and like not being able to stop anywhere because you're in the middle of a salt marsh with like 15 other people. So I'm making a salad, and it's kind of inspired by, or like not really inspired by, it literally just is the Sweet Green Harvest salad, or like Harvest Bowl or whatever, but I've made it vegan. So yeah, so I have kale, and I've kind of cooked it down a bit because I think raw kale is just a bit too much, but I also didn't want it to be like wilted, like too cooked, so I just cooked it down just a little bit so that it's a bit softer. Then I have almonds that I'm about to chop. I have tofu, which is kind of like the recipe for their tofu for their wild mushroom bowl, I think it's called. I've never gotten that one though, but I always get the tofu instead of the chicken that comes with the harvest salad. And then I also have wild rice, and then I have sweet potatoes, and then I'm gonna put balsamic vinaigrette on it, and hopefully it'll be good.
Good morning. So it is now the next day, and I have good news and bad news. Bad news is I overslept and I have like 15 minutes until class. But the good news is my class is online today, so it doesn't really matter because I was probably just gonna be in bed in my pajamas or at my desk anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I just have to get like dressed, and that's it. So
familiarize yourself with it. You've got a low tide terrace, below low tide. Then you've got the beach face between low tide and high tide. And then you have berms. And you can have multiple berms. Remember, we saw a high tide berm, we saw a storm berm, and you can get multiple storm berms. You could have a spring tide berm.
Okay, so I'm currently in my lab right now. I did try to find spaces around campus to study in, but honestly, like, even though there's plenty of spaces open in the library, I just didn't really feel that comfortable being in that space. There's just like too much potential for like every person on campus has access to that library. So, you know, I just don't want to like put myself in potentially exposed situations if I don't have to. So I came to my lab, and honestly, this is like a really safe place to be because we have like a pretty extensive lab reopening plan. We have to wear masks even if we're the only people in here. And this room that I'm in currently, like very few people in my lab use it anyway because very few people do like computer specific research, I guess, on like a daily basis. And also, it's pretty safe because only one person can be in this room at a time, and we have HEPA filters in this room even though we're taking all these extra precautions. So this is probably like as safe a place to be as my apartment, maybe like slightly less safe because people in my lab do have access to this space, but like as long as, you know, like I'm cleaning down everything before and after and everyone's wearing their masks, like it should be fine. But anyway, so I'm currently working on a project in my lab that I don't necessarily need to be here physically to work on it. Like I just work on my laptop, which I can obviously do from anywhere, but I just find it harder to concentrate and stay like motivated and not distracted if I don't have a separate space to go to that's like specifically for what I'm trying to do. So that's why I came to my lab. And even though it's Friday night, you know, we're not allowed to go out anyway, so it's probably the best use of my time currently. Okay, so that is it for my first week of classes video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week about marine biology and college and lifestyle and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments what you think about colleges reopening. I know there have been a lot of colleges around the country that have closed down within their first like week of classes, but BU is now done with their first week of classes and we're still open. It doesn't seem like we're stopping anytime soon, but obviously everything is being played by ear. So let me know what you guys think about schools reopening and whether or not you're going back to school or you're working remotely or whatever. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!